Yo, in other rap news, other celebrity news, I seen Slim Thug driving this car on Instagram too this week, man. He was talking about black people should own black music, and Jewish people should own Jewish music. White people should own white music. What you think about that?
I can understand where he's coming from. This is the problem. The problem is that we have the talent, but a lot of times we don't have the money to bring the talent to the world, right? So we have to go to other people to invest in us to bring the talent to the world, right? Like right now we have the internet, which is great because you have direct to audience distribution, right?
Consumer,
yeah, you know, you can sit in your living room and pretty much distribute your song to the world, right? But let's think about before this, when everything was really run by labels and all of that, right? Where you had to get CDs and compact discs printed up. Everybody didn't have the money, you understand? So a lot of times that's where people lost ownership of their property because you had to go to someone else to put up the bread. And they're like, well, I'm the one taking the gamble, so I should own the bigger percentage.
Percentage of the money.
Yeah.
This is what I would say about this. I kind of agree with him in the sense of if black people own the majority of stuff that they was in the forefront of, we'd be rich people, right? Mm-hmm. Especially in this country. When you talk about, especially in sports and entertainment, we'd be very rich people. And I think it's designed that way for us not to own our own stuff or be in the forefront. I'll take an example. Like if you look at the Big Three league, right? The NBA, as many opportunity that the NBA is giving black kids and, you know, superstars and stuff like that, it's a white-owned organization, right? Most of the owners are white. You know, Adam Silver is white, the head person in charge over there at the NBA. But I would tell you, 90% of the talent is black, right? And the superstars are mostly black in the NBA. You take a situation like the Big Three, Ice Cube own it, and they doing everything to stop him from going forward. You know what I'm saying? A black man now given an opportunity for old ex-NBA players who fell probably a little bit short on their luck, giving them a check that the NBA may hot, but they won't endorse the black man owning his own thing to push it forward. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times in music, a lot of these labels with white executives, white owners, white leadership that controls black music, not only control black music, but also control the narrative of the music that the public get, right? So they control that, and then they can control the playlisting, the DJs, the radio stations. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I do, but you also have to ask yourself, whose fault is this truly, right? And the reason I say that is because a lot of these artists come into the game young, right? And not only are they not informed as far as the business is concerned, but their value system is totally out of whack, right? You look at someone like Master P, who was able to secure an amazing distribution deal. You look at somebody like Baby from Cash Money, right? They went into the music business knowing what they wanted, right? And staying true to what they wanted. And because of that, they got themselves in a position that was beneficial to them. A lot of these young kids get into the game and they're so concerned with the fame, with the attention, right? They're so concerned with the light. They're so concerned with the jewels that as soon as someone says, yo, I'm gonna give you a $750,000, I'm gonna give you $1 million advance, they're not even concerned with really reading the paperwork or understanding what the publishing is. Or it's like, oh, you're gonna give me $1 million right now, and in the back of their mind, oh, I could go buy jewelry, I could go buy a car, right? And they're willing to give up that ownership of their music, not understanding what they're giving up. And then later on, they want to bitch about it, right? One thing that I learned, look, in business is you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. We all know this, right? And nobody puts a gun to anyone's head and makes them sign on that dotted line. That's where I'm conflicted.
Well, I disagree with you. I think their white counterparts get the same. They go through the same thing. They want the cars, they want the girls, the drugs. The difference is the opportunities that's afforded to them to get ownership. The difference is the opportunity that's afforded to them to become an executive. That's the difference, right?
Wait.
Because guess what? Sometimes those fake folks take care of their own. Those kids get to run the labels and come in on their own. And people that have been working at some of these labels that deserve that chance and who knows music, that know how to A&R, that know how to do these things, they won't be afforded the chance to.
I
So what I'm
understand.
saying to you, some of the things you're saying is right, but the counterparts
Yes.
have go through the same hardships, the same
it's
thing,
still-
but they get the opportunity.
But it's still yes and no for me because I can't remember his exact name, but there's a basketball player who said that he was offered stock in Nike, right? Way back when. And it was either stock in Nike or I think it was like
that was like in this.
that was like 300 that was like 300 grand, right? You look at
There was the stock in Nike or $100,000.
or $100,000 and he chose the $100,000.
$1,000,
Okay, you did you see the movie Air?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I actually had just watched it a couple of days ago.
All right, cool. Michael Jordan's moms knew what she wanted for her son. It was something that had never been done before. Him being given a percentage or equity of the sneaker,
Yeah, but
right?
still-
wait.
and still have no real ownership
But
to this
just,
day.
but just understand what I'm saying. They don't own the shoe, but what they do own is a percentage of everything that. Wait. Just listen to what I'm saying. And it was something that had never been done before, right? And they said, well, we don't do this. And you know what they did? They stuck to their guns. They stuck to their guns because they understood what they were worth and they understood what they should be paid.
Now let's talk about this real quick. Go back to the Nike story. Nike was a filling company that wasn't making no money in basketball. They had to do something drastic so they could get that. Nobody's really got a deal like that before. Let's talk about Baby. Baby got like a 90-10 deal. Nobody's has got that again.
Correct.
So what happens is, one of us might get it, but the goalpost is always moved.
But the
what I'm
question
saying,
is,
the
why
opportunity-
did he get
No,
it
but
though?
see, but we got to stop. When it comes to this color skin, the goalpost is always moved. When it comes to other people, the goalpost is not moved. It's made easier. So we can't negate that fact. Yeah, there's people that got in, but we'll never give you niggas that again. And that's just a real fact. The reason why you don't see it happen again or continue to happen again, because the goalpost is moved. We'll never make that mistake again.
Is it just that the goalpost is moved, but is it also because nobody's willing to stick to their guns because of what they know they're worth? And I think it's both. I think it's both.
That could be part true. I don't think nobody know what they worth. But when you come from
Of course.
impoverished places and neighborhoods that we come from, and you don't have, and you got to feed moms, you got to feed pops, you got to take care of little brother, little sister, auntie, grandma, you trying to make a decision and you're not versed on financial literacy and you're trying to make a decision, how do I take care of all this now? You're going to figure out how when they was doing the stock, let's go back to Nike because I saw the interview with the guy, and I forgot his name. Somebody got to look it up.
I forgot his name as well.
He was like, yo, 100 grand.
Of course, at that time was, yeah.
Damn near $1 million at that time. So I could take this 100 grand and I could go home, didn't know what a stock is and what a stock option is in a filling company, right? Didn't really understand what this could be, what that could turn into. What he did know is this is where I'm at now.
I understand that, but do you know why, to a degree, I also put the blame on us? Is because it's been 30 years of us watching people make these exact same mistakes over.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Over and over and over and over and over again. At what point do we go, yo, we keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You know what? Okay, y'all want to give me this deal? Well, this is what I want, and I'm sticking to it.
No, but it's not the banana in the tailpipe. Because this is the reason why I just had to wholeheartedly disagree. You're right a little bit on one hand. But then I go, listen, if you go back to all the football league, basketball league, ask how many black owners is. They won't let us in. It's not a banana in the peel pipe when somebody go, you can't come in here. So if you can't come in here, how you able to change something you can't come here? Cool. Then they do the scare tactic. Go back to Ice Cube. All right, cool, we gonna go vent our own thing. Nah, we're not supporting you. We suing you. We don't want you over here. We fighting everything you trying to build here. Get out of here. and they stop us and they shun us. So somebody, the next black dude that come along and be like, yo, I got a couple $1 million, I want to go do this. He like, nah, I don't want to go lose that money. Look what they did to this guy. But hold up, time out. It's scare tactics, and they not letting us in these, even as owners. We could build up the game. Ask me how many black owners there is in sports. How many black owners is in record labels? They're not there, and they're not purposely not letting us in, bro.
I understand.
That's one out of many. Once again.
But
we always got a token nigga, and I'm not calling him a token nigga, but it's always one or two of us, but they're not letting us in.
Yeah, but bro, at the end of the day, how many of us have followed that blueprint? You also got to ask yourself that too. How many of us really have educated ourselves as far as the business is concerned? How many of us have built the relationships? I think a lot of us. Yeah. I think a lot of us know the business. You know, I could name so many big executives. There's a lot of us. We talked about LeBron James business. What's Maverick?
Not Maverick. Rich Paul. He just put out his book. We talked about a lot of people, but they don't let us in all the way. What I'm saying to you is, let me ask you a question. Me and you got a crew. It's 6, 7, 8 of us. If you don't want to let nobody in that crew, you letting somebody in that crew? No matter what he do.
But I also think that one of our biggest obstacles is exactly what you said. It's the fear, bro. It's the fear.
Let me ask you a question.
And look, and I get what you're saying, where it's like, yo, this is more of a guarantee, right? Where I can go this route. The truth is, I could go left, but there's a chance that I lose my shirt. But the truth is, if you want to win big, then you can't play it safe.
Yeah, no, I agree with you with that. But I just want to go back again. Colin Kaepernick took a nailed after a white boy who told him, who was an army colonel or a captain, told him, yo, I think they was putting their fists in the air, standing up. They was doing something else before. He said, yo, play it safe, you should kneel when the anthem come on and the flag go up. Took his advice, kneeled, and still can't get back in the NFL. And he's still capable. But I'm saying you,
But why is that?
If they don't want you to play,
but why is that?
If they don't want you to play in their system,
but it's
you
not.
Can't do that.
But it's,
what's that noise? Tell that nigga turn that shit off, B.
I mean, I hear everything that you're saying, bro. But the truth is, all throughout history, the oppression has never stopped at the willful hand of the oppressor. And all I'm basically saying is we can't wait for them to change things. They're in power. They're never gonna want to change things. But if we refuse to continue taking,
participate,
and I know it's not, yo, bro. No fight for change is ever easy, right? There has to be sacrifice, and until we're willing to say, you know what, we're no longer taking these crumbs for what's going to pretty much pay you guys in perpetuity, it's going to continue to happen. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree, but we got to figure something out, because if black people had a chance to really participate on the high end of things, on the high spectrum of things, we'd be some rich motherfuckers.
And let me tell you something.
Our communities would be better. Yeah, it'd be a lot of great things.
And I think that where the lack of understanding is, the reason that these people are so wealthy is because these things that we create, they produce residual income that these people will continue to make millions of dollars a year forever. You understand? So it gets to a point where you no longer even have to continue to produce, because you're continuing to get paid off of something that was created 20, 30 years ago. And so if we understood the true value of the things that we create, man, that's why I'm so big on like ownership, man. I'm so big on ownership. You got to look at this. Spike Lee, John Singleton. Think of how many other black directors, right, and filmmakers there are out there. But why is Tyler Perry the only billionaire? You know why? Because he's the only one that owns what he creates. Ownership is the key.
Ownership is cool. Ownership is also the key, but I think partnerships is cool too. Not giving up your autonomy to somebody. I'm cool with partnerships and ownership.
There's
Tyler
nothing.
Perry, I did watch that documentary. Did you watch that? Tyler
Yeah, I
Perry?
watched it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But but see,
was very good.
partnership is fine, right? But what we have to do is stop being a work for hire. That's the problem. The problem is we're given a check to create, and then whatever's created is no longer ours. That's the problem. Because that check, that money gonna come and go. You know what I mean? But what we created is basically gonna pay whoever owns it forever.